Setting incoming email queue in Vision Helpdesk. Vision Helpdesk offers email parsing feature. That is, you can add your company email accounts and customers sending email to your company email that will be created as tickets in Vision Helpdesk. Vision Helpdesk license is offered in two different versions. One is the SaaS, that is the cloud version, and second one is the download or the on-premises version. Now I have trial accounts for both. Download, here I have vh.imdemo.com. This is installed on our trial server. This is a download license. And the second one I have for the cloud version, imdemo.visionhelpdesk.com. This is for the cloud version. Now first we'll see how to set up incoming email queues in download license. Under the settings option, here we have email section. Go to email queue. Now currently we don't have any email queue set up here. We'll add here. Now here you need to set the email account that you want to add. So for the trial purpose I have a test email account. Here I can map the department to which I want to create the tickets if someone sends email to this abc@imdemo.com. I'm selecting that support department. Now when you add email queue, you have different options using fetch type. One is the Linux method, that is email piping or email forwarding method, and the other option is the regular POP3 SSL, TLS, and Imap, and similarly SSL for Imap and TLS for Imap. The system allows you to add your custom email servers, incoming email queues, or you can also add the Google hosted emails using POP3 SSL or TLS, or even Office 365 or Exchange emails in this email queue section. First we'll see how to set up the email forwarding method. Now here we have override details. This is the from name and from email address that will be displayed when your staff member replied to the tickets under support department, and the client will see the email coming from this from name and from email address. Then there are other couple of settings, like if someone sends email to this email queue abc@imdemo.com, do you wish to keep the registration required? If it is set to no, the client will get auto-registered in the system and the ticket will be created. If it is set to yes, then your customer will get an email asking them to register to this client portal and then submit the ticket. The next setting we have is forward failed email. For some reason, if a client sends email to abc@imdemo.com and that is failed, you can forward that failed email to some third-party email. You can specify the third-party email address here. For now I'm going to leave this to no and add here. Now we have added the email queue abc@imdemo.com with the fetch method as pipe and forwarded it to department or mapped it to department support in our organization ABC. Now the next step is to add forwarding for this email account. On this trial server we have got Cpanel server, and I'm going to show you how we can set up an email forwarding. In Cpanel you have email forwarder. Click on add forwarder. Type in the email address that you wish to forward, and under the advanced option we have pipe to program. Now here I have to specify the path for the pipe.php file that you have installed for this trial account. Now this is the actual location for pipe.php file on the server. That is public_html, and then vh is the folder where we have installed Vision Helpdesk software. Under that we have console folder and pipe.php. So someone sends email to abc@andemo.com, that will be piped or forwarded to our pipe.php. This is the email passing program that will pass your incoming emails and create them tickets. If you're using some other platform other than Cpanel, then there are different ways to set the email forwarding. For now, we'll just add this email forwarder. So if you see here, we have abc@andemo.com that will forward to, this is the actual path on the server, home, the account name, and the folder where we have this pipe.php file located on the server. Next thing that you have to check is the permissions for the pipe.php file. Now, under the file manager, we have this vh folder, that's the installation folder, and we have the Vision Helpdesk set of files here. We can go to the console folder and this pipe.php. Now this should be set to 755 permissions, that is executable permissions. We'll set this to 755. Now we'll send one test email to the email queue that we've added. Here you can see the new email that we sent, and here you can find the notification for the new email. So that's the ticket. And now if your staff member want, they can reply to the ticket, and this will be sent as an email to the client. We can choose to send the email to client. And in my inbox, this was the first autoresponder email that I received when I created a ticket, and this is the staff reply that I received from the staff. Now a client can send a normal reply to this email. That's how we set up the incoming email queue using the email piping method. Next, we're going to see how to set up an email queue using the POP3 or the Imap method. Go to email queue. Now we'll edit this same email queue that we set with the pipe. Here we'll change this face type to POP3, and we'll add the POP3 details for this. Now this is the email server, the host name for the email server. You need to enter the email address as a username and the password for email. You can set if you want to leave a copy of email on the server. The rest everything remains same. Similarly, you can use Imap method here. You just need to enter the Imap login details instead of POP3 in that case. Alright, now in case of POP3, you'll have to set up a cron or scheduler that will run every 5 minutes on a server, and that will fetch your emails and convert them into tickets. Now since this is a download version, we'll go to the Cpanel on our server and we'll try to set up a cron job. Set it to run for 5 minutes, every 5 minutes. And we'll add this command, the PHP path on the server. Normally that's user bin PHP if it's a Linux server. And here is the path for the cron.php file on a server. Now this may vary depending upon the server platform that you're using. So we enter this command. So we have set this command or the cron job that will run every 5 minutes. Now we can see how the tickets will be created. We can either wait for the cron to run for the every 5 minutes, or we can simply run the cron manually in the browser. Now if you see, this cron has already run on the system and it has created a ticket. But the second way is to run the cron manually. Open the console folder and cron.php file. Here you should see connected to server. That means the email server is connected from the script and authentication is successful for login to that email queue. And that should create a ticket in the system if you try to run this manually here. Otherwise, normally the cron will run every 5 minutes on the server. So that's how it has created a ticket here. This was the email that I sent sometime before. So that has created this ticket. Alright, now we'll see how to set up incoming email queue on a SaaS license. I have a trial account for the SaaS license, and under the admin settings we have email queue section. SaaS license offers you one default email for the trial purpose, but if you want, you can use your own email accounts just like we'd added in the download license. So I'm going to add a new email queue. We'll use the same email queue that we use on a download trial. Here we can select the department, and now since we have to set this email piping or the forwarding method, we'll select the pipe option here. Now this is exactly same what we did on download license. Now there's a slight difference here in the cloud version. We don't have the access to pipe.php file since that is hosted on the cloud, and this email server is hosted on other server. Here is what we are going to do. We will forward this abc@amdemo.com email to support@amdemo.visionhelpdesk.com. Now this email will vary depending upon the trial license you have got. So if you have xyz.visionhelpdesk.com, then your support email will be support@xyz.visionhelpdesk.com. Now under Cpanel we have email forwarding option. If you see in the download license, we have forwarded ABC to the pipe.php. We'll remove that. And the new forwarding that we're going to set is abc@amdemo forwards to email address support@amdemo.visionhelpdesk.com. Now if you've got more email accounts that you want to add, you will just add the email queues with the email type as a fetch type as a pipe, and you'll forward them to the same email address, support@amdemo.visionhelpdesk.com. In your case, it might be the different domain. Now if you just try to send email to this, now before that we can disable this email address. So this will be working in the background. This works as an intermediate to forward the emails from ABC to support, and support will forward the emails to our pipe program, and that will be created as tickets. Now we can send a new test email to ABC. And this should create a ticket in a SaaS trial. Well, that's how you can add email piping on a cloud version of the SaaS license. If you wanted to add more email queue, you'll follow the same process. Under the email queue, you can add the new email queue. Say I wanted to add demo@mdemo.com. with the face type as pipe. Now we will again set the demo to forward support@imdemo.visionhelpdesk.com email. The same thing what we did for the ABC. And then you can start sending test email to this new address added. So you can add as many email accounts here. You just need to forward all your emails to this common email that we have provided to you. And that should start creating ticket for you using email piping method on the cloud version. Now next we're going to see how to add an email queue using the POP3 or Imap option here. Now in the download version we already saw how to use or how to add the POP3 option. Just add the email queue, set the method to POP3, add the email host name, add the password for the email queue. Now this is just same what we did on the download version. Now in case of cloud version you don't have to set up any cron because that will be automatically set on our end. And you'll start receiving email. If you want to test this email queue that you have added, if it's working, you can simply run the cron manually. We'll use this command to run the cron. This is a trial domain, imdemo.visionhelpdesk.com, and use the console and cron.php. So if it shows that you connected to server authentication successful, that means we are able to connect to the email server and fetch the emails, and that should create tickets in your cloud version. So you can see we have received the emails by running the cron. Well, that's how you can add email piping on a cloud version of the SaaS license. If you wanted to add more email queue, you'll follow the same process. Under the email queue, you can add the new email queue. Say I wanted to add demo@mdemo.com. with the face type as pipe. Now we will again set the demo to forward support@imdemo.visionhelpdesk.com email. The same thing what we did for the ABC. And then you can start sending test email to this new address added. So you can add as many email accounts here. You just need to forward all your emails to this common email that we have provided to you. And that should start creating ticket for you using email piping method on the cloud version. Now next we're going to see how to add an email queue using the POP3 or Imap option here. Now in the download version, we already saw how to use or how to add the POP3 option. Just add the email queue, set the method to POP3, add the email hostname, add the password for the email queue. Now this is just same what we did on the download version. Now in case of cloud version, you don't have to set up any cron because that will be automatically set on our end, and you'll start receiving email. If you want to test this email queue that you have added, if it's working, you can simply run the cron manually. We'll use this command to run the cron. This is a trial domain. I am demo.visionhelpdesk.com, and use the console and cron.php. So if it shows that you connected to server authentication successful, that means we are able to connect to the email server and fetch the emails, and that should create tickets in your cloud version. So you can see we have received the emails by running the cron. That is how we can add incoming email queues on a cloud version and the download version for Vision Helpdesk software.